What's going on, guys? We're here at the Tulsa Farm Show. We're at the Model Cat booth, and I got Jeremy here. He's going to tell us a little bit about the new Cat 265 skid steer.
Yes, sir. All right, Jeremy Mangrum, Model Cat. Glad to have you all. This is our new Caterpillar 265 skid steer. So this is the direct replacement for the 289 skid steer. We're pretty excited about it. It's got some pretty cool features. First thing you'll notice is the front is much lower on the lift arms, so you can actually have your lift arms off the ground 6 to 8 inches and still be able to get in and out of the cab. You've got the front pocket here in front of the seat. Very nice for increased leg room. Got a nice seat that has heat, it has air ride, and it has optional ventilation. So the heated seat is air ride. It also has optional ventilation. You've got one arm bar on the 265 versus the 289 that used to have the 2 arm bars. Got all your radio controls and hands-free talking on your phone via Bluetooth. All those are on your joysticks when you get the advanced joystick model. One really nice feature on the window is if you're a fence builder, or if say you feed round bales and you need to get out and you need to cut your twine, just disconnect your windshield wiper and simply lift your door off, leave it at the barn, go in your display, tell it you're working without the door. Then when you get back to the barn, put your door back on. You're good to go. So it eliminates you needing tools, anything of that nature to get your door on and off. So we went to LED lights. We also have the optional side light kit on this machine. So very nice if you're working at night. I've got a lot of guys that work inside buildings or chicken houses, and at night that's a very nice feature to have. You'll notice more robust lift arms. Some of the biggest changes we made were to the lift cylinder and the lift arms. So the lift cylinders go straight up and down, or more straight up and down now, whereas they used to be more of the 45-degree angle. This machine has got the auxiliary connectors with case drain already plumbed in.
You release the
one of the biggest features, is this hydraulic release. So you pull that out and release the pressure. No more push to release, pressure release on these connectors. You'll notice seal around the base of the cab. So here and here, so the front and the sides of the cab, along with the back of the cab, are now sealed.
Help keep out some of that mulching debris.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Filled up in there.
So hydraulic oil level check. You've got a nice sight glass, so you've got an indicator there. We made it harder to put hydraulic oil in on purpose, so you cannot get a diesel pump in this nozzle. You need a 1/2 inch drive, simple flex funnel, put hydraulic oil in your machine. We just don't want anybody pulling up to the diesel pump and being able to hang a diesel pump off in that, okay?
My buddy has a rental fleet, and he had the ones that have it on the back here, and always had trouble with people putting diesel in the hydraulic oil all the time.
Correct. So it's put there for a reason, and we just tell people if you need to get a wrench out, you're not at the diesel field, right? So single piece undercarriage.
Yeah,
so
that looks a lot more updated now than the old style.
Well, when you get a skid steer with 3,000 or 4,000 hours on it with the old 2-piece undercarriage, and you're trying to do fine grading, just the simple wear that you've had on that undercarriage over 3,000 or 4,000 hours can affect your grade. So by going to a single piece undercarriage, we no longer have the front section of the roller frame to worry about anymore. Still got your greasable joints. 5 rollers, just like the 289, and on this particular machine we do have the triple flange idlers. Okay.
So I like these tie downs here.
Yes, sir.
Nice
Updated tie downs. Yes. You actually have 2 points on the undercarriage. You also have a place to tie it down on the lift arm and on the rear of the machine.
So this is still the torsion suspension. Basically, it can kind of
Correct.
float a little bit.
If you think of a square hole in the frame and a diamond-shaped axle, we've got 4 pieces of rubber that fit in there, and that's what gives that torsion ride. Yes. This machine also has the optional side cameras, so it gives you 270 degrees of view all the way around the back side of your machine. So as an operator, for safety, if a person or a tree or a building is here and I go into reverse, I can actually see what is there. It's kind of nice. Come around the back side of the machine. We made some little changes. We have an updated door, but some of the little things I like to speak about: if you poked a hole in our old door, you had to buy the entire door. Caterpillar's now made it to where you can just buy individual screens. You don't have to replace your entire back door.
Remove these louvers there.
Correct.
Well, that's a good option there.
Yes, kind of nice. Backup camera is standard. This is my favorite part. So no longer do we have a fuel tank underneath our engine. We were able to pull the fuel tank out, put it in the side pillars, which helps as a counterweight, but it also allowed us to lower our engine down. So when we lowered our engine down, we were able to lower our cooling package down and make this window a lot bigger. So you have really good visibility out of the back side of the machine. When you go to clean your cooling package, we used to have the hydraulic cylinders that held your door up. No longer do we have that. Simply just pull this off, clean your cooling package, and then put it back on. Okay.
So yeah, that was one of the complaints I always had with like the 299 model, is the back end's so high.
Very high.
You can't really see out of it very good. But with that lowered down now, yeah, that's
much better visibility. Yes. Still have your air filter in the same location. We still have our cover for our alternator, water pump, and air conditioning compressor. Still have a hydraulic fan, and we have the electric fuel priming pump as an option on these machines. So put your fuel filter on dry, turn your key on, self bleeds, self primes, nice. No bleeder screws, no bulbs. It's
they got the AC. Is that what that is?
We moved that from underneath the cab. So used to on the Cat, you know, if you had AC issues and needed to hook gauges to it, you'd have to go underneath the cab. Now we put that right here for ease of service. Another thing I like to point out is no more master key. You actually have a master disconnect switch. So if you lose your key, you're not out of luck, right?
Right.
Turn that off on long weekends and keep your battery charged. Ground strap here for jumping. Positive here. So easy in, easy out. A lot of room on this machine to do what you need to do. Okay. Once again, increased ceiling. We're trying to keep as much debris out and limit the amount of time you have to spend cleaning the machine.
Now, does this model have emissions and all the DEF fluid and all that? Or is
no DEF fluid. So this is a 74.5 horsepower machine. This is no DEF fluid, and it's got a DPF that's fit for life. So one major increase or improvement I would say that we made to this machine is it does have a Caterpillar engine, not the old Kubota engine that we used to run in the 289s. So when we went to the Cat engine, we were able to increase the torque 43%. So if your multifunction capabilities were limited, you know, on some of the previous models, they will not be on this. So if you're brush hogging and lifting and turning, you're not going to feel that power surge. Fuel fill here, so much more practical than being in the back.
Yeah, I like that.
One big improvement was the cab filter used to be on the other side of the machine, down low, so your track was running, building up dust. You would have to clean that filter sometimes multiple times a day. So now our air intake is up high. Okay. We also have a Donaldson style filter. It's much more durable.
Twist lock in there.
Twist lock. You don't have to clean it as often. And you don't have to clean it as often already because the intake is up high and not down low where all the dust is at. So
yeah, one of the problems we've seen when I run my buddy's 299 on the mulching, that air inlet on the other side being down here sometimes sticks would open it, and that door would fall open, and you raise your loader arms up and down, and it would crush, and that filter would fall out, and you never know it.
Yeah,
that's a big improvement there.
Another thing I like to point out is, you know, this compartment used to be to where sticks, leaves, debris would pack in here.
Right,
We've opened that up. So, you know, I even knew of a couple guys that let that get so impacted on a 289 or a 299 that they actually bent their lift cylinder because they just didn't clean it. And, you know, years and years of just not getting that debris out. So, nice open. You don't have to worry about debris clogging up that area anymore. The quick coupler is improved. It's a little bit tough to see with the grapple rake on, but it's a single bar and it's a single cylinder, and it's got 2 pins. It's a 1 second unlock and about a 2 second lock, so it's very quick.
Is it electric or hydraulic?
No, it is hydraulic. It is hydraulic. Yes, sir.
So what's some of the like in-cab features that they've changed or added on here, like stuff you can use and whatnot as far as the layout of the joysticks and all that?
Yeah. So one major change is push button start. So key on is simply just a dial. We actually have a button for key on. You have to have your arm bar down and that light will turn green, and then you're able to start your machine.
Okay.
Here on your pillar, you've got all the switches that used to be up above the cab on your right and left side. These are now right here to where you can easily access those. You've got a touchscreen monitor, most all of your radio controls, all of your machine settings, everything is changed and accessed through the touch button monitor. So as you can see, it's pretty intuitive. If you ever get lost inside the monitor on the right hand joystick, there's a cat button. Push the cat button, takes you home. Okay. AC controls up on your right. The windows on the old 289 used to be loose. They were loose for a reason, so that you could get them out of their tracks and clean the outside of the window. We made these tighter, so we gave you individual adjustments for how far you want the window open, but we also made the track on the top removable. So you pull the track off, pull the windows down, clean the outsides, put your track back on, and you're ready to go to work. Okay? Yeah,
that's a nice feature there.
Yes, sir. You'll notice overhead AC vents, and a dome light. So your overhead AC vents that's new to the 265. Cell phone holder. So you've got a RAM mount cell phone holder. You've got USB. You've got 12 volt. You've got a cell phone pocket here or wallet. You've got cup holder. These are interchangeable.
See, it looks like got more room over here now that they moved these.
A lot more leg room. I'm not a big guy, but you know, even my 6'4" and 6'5" guys get in these and they're like, wow, this is comfortable. Still got your standard accelerator, decelerator. Got your windshield washer reservoir. This is a heated, ventilated, and air ride seat. So it's kind of a nice option.
And are the controls adjustable? Can you move them?
Absolutely. Yeah. So you can go individual of each other for, you know, longer arms, shorter arms, and no more radio back here that you have to fumble with. Right.
That was always a bad deal having to turn around and mess with that.
Absolutely. And used to, when I would demo a machine, if you were sitting in the cab, I would have to reach through and push the buttons on the seat to air it up. No longer. So your air compressor's here, ventilation and heat is right here. Nice. So everything is within arm's reach. Kind of nice, man. One arm bar instead of two. Got a highly visible seat belt. Just some little things that they did to kind of spruce up the cab.
Yeah, I think they finally did a lot of research and development and came out with the really new and improved model here.
I agree. It's a nice machine. Everyone I've showed it to so far is highly impressed, and this has been a successful model for us. So,
how long did they go before they came out with this? Like, how long did they produce that style of machine, the 299s? several years, wasn't it?
Yes, I mean, I would say the 299 was, it was in production for, that particular model 7 to 8 years.
Yeah.
And yeah, this next gen skid steer has been in the works for 4 to 5 years.
Now, are they going to continue that model line, or are they slowly phasing them out?
Yeah, so the 299 is going away. It's going to be replaced by the 275. The 285 is also coming, and so the 285 is going to be our largest offering in a track skid steer.
Now, will they have the land management package and stuff on it too?
Yes, yeah, that will be available. Yes, sir.
Very nice. Well, all right, guys, we want to thank Jeremy here for showing us this new machine, and we'll see you on the next one.